Hey YouTube, today we're going to be making a meta review for all the ARs in Call of Duty Warzone. First, we're going to start with the low recoil guns that are easier to use for anyone. These will mostly help the lower KD players, anyone below like 1.5. I would suggest using these easier to use guns because it will help you get more success. Let's start with the low recoil ones. XM4, Automaton, Volk, M4, Kilo, and AS44. Out of the low recoil guns for Rebirth, the most important thing is like your close range and mid range capabilities because you're not going to take many gunfights over the 45-50 meter mark, especially if you're picking your gunfights. Like, there's no point of taking long range gunfights. And even if you do, you're going to be more accurate with these guns, so it doesn't really matter at the long range TTK. So, number one is fairly simple. It's the AS44. It's not the easiest to use on the list, but it's just the better time to kill out of all of them. It only gets out TK'd by about 2 meters for the M4A1, and on the Kilo, it out TTKs it for 12 meters. So you're not really losing the TTK battles to anything. Like, even the hard, like, I'll put the second best TTK weapon up, where it's the S87, and like it only out TTKs it for 23 meters. So that's like a Caldera problem. You don't got to worry about it. It's slower. It's not a small map weapon. No one's going to be using it. But out of all the guns, number one, you got the AS44. Two, you got the Volk. Three, you got the Kilo. I think, even though it is third in time to kill out of all these at this range, it's also the easiest. So if you're really not a great shot, lean on the Kilo. It'll be there for you. Same with the M4. Now, for the big map guns out of these low recoil ones, you're going to want to stick to the AS44, the Automaton, and the XM4, and the M4A1. M4A1 is more versatile than the XM4, but it's not as good at those long distances, so that's why I put it in here. It's still really good. It's really easy to use. But for Caldera, you're number one, like I said, AS44. Number two is going to be the Automaton. And then Kilo, XM4. What's last? Yeah, that's the order on those. Now let's go to the hot skill weapons and the what generally have faster time to kills. I'm only going to leave the AS44 here just because it is the best to use out of high and low recoil guns. So we're going to put the Groza in here. The S87, we'll leave that for Caldera, high recoil guns. C58 and AK. So out of these high recoil guns in the AS44, AS44 still only gets time to kill disadvantage for 6 meters. So, like, you're not going to lose gunfights with this. It's still going to outdo these. The C58, honestly don't like it. A lot of people do. It's pretty good. It has good time to kill after 40 meters. If you can hit your shots, it's alright. But I really like this Groza. The Groza to the neck has insane time to kill. If you're hitting chest and neck and a few headies, the Groza is going to be insane. So out of the like higher skill weapons, I've still got AS44, number 1, 2 Groza, 3 AK, 4 C58. But for Rebirth, that is. For Big Map, there's a little kink in this. What I take out, which is going to agitate some people, is the AK. The AK is a worst Groza. It kills slower at every range. At every range. Has slower fire rate and a smaller mag. And has lower neck time to kill, which is what good players mostly hit chest and neck, and then like 25% headshot. So, yeah, the AK's just out. And out of the rest of the guns, for Big Map Caldera, number 1 is still the AS44. It's just dominating the meta right now. Number 2, Groza. Number 3, S87, for those people who like to take those like 40 plus meter gunfights, 40 to like 60. And it's going to go slower at the longer ranges, but it has a pretty good damage per mag. It has 60 rounds, it hits hard. It just has a slower fire rate and movement speed and ADS speed, which is its disadvantages. But time to kill at these more like pick fight ranges where you're just going for like one kill out of a team, you can't really take out more than one. That's where that SA is going to dominate. So you got the SA at 3, and then number 4, you got the this is a close one, honestly. Yeah, it's the C58. Then 5. Wait, 1, 2. Number 5 would be the AK. Thought I had 5 on there, but yeah, 5's the AK. If you're not as good though, the C58 is gonna be worse than the AK. It is the hardest to use gun on here, other than the SA. But the SA is really good. So to go back to a comprehensive review for Rebirth, regardless of skill gaps, your best ARs is going to be left down to the AS44, the Kilo, Volk, and Groza. I think these are the best guns in Rebirth. Now for the big map, it's going to be a little different. You still got the AS44, but then you got the, just regardless of skill level, just non-specifically, the Groza, AS44, XM4, AK number 4, and then number 5 on this list. Like outside of skill level and caveats, S87. This is going to be a great guide to help you pick what classes you need. The majority of people, I'm going to just go ahead and tell you, just no matter the mode, AS44 is the weapon of the game right now. You may not like it, but it will help you get the wins. If this video helped you out, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a nice day.